Ladies and gentlemen, the American Jury and Bulldog Nation, I have an incredible affinity and relationship with all the Durrani victims. And where that comes from is mutual trust and loyalty and affection. I have never given up on them. I have always found the money to fight their cause, despite it being a 10 years and counting cause now. And they have appreciated that. And they have rewarded me with their loyalty, putting up with everything. Nobody gets more of what I've been through and what they try to do to me than the Durrani victims. The Durrani victims have stayed loyal to me through the following: my Kentucky bar battle, Ohio bar battle, being baloney sanctioned, being baloney attacked, being scourged, being kicked out of the quote-unquote courtroom, BS threatening to burn down the courthouse, being held in contempt, going to jail, all that stuff. And the reason why is because the Durrani clients know what it's all about. They destroy me, they lose. That's what they know. Now, that ought to mean something to you. If you're not a Durrani client or victim, you got to sit there and think to yourself, well, why would 580 people stick with Eric through all of that hell that he's been through? By the way, this latest incident with this so-called chasing, not one Durrani, it didn't face one Durrani. I didn't even hear from one Durrani victim. Well, I heard from a couple that said, you're badass. But not one Durrani. You know why? Because they've seen it all. Oh, yep, somebody else. Now, you can't make this up. These are the people, they literally try to destroy you. It's why I relate to Trump. And Bulldog Nation gets it. My followers get it. My friends get it. And this is what they try to do. Because a certain group says negative things about me, well, then there must be something true to it. In other words, lawyers say, well, Eric must have done something bad if the Kentucky Bar Association suspended him. By the way, I've never been disbarred because there's no basis for it. And I've never done any dastardly deed. The Kentucky Bar Association tried to destroy me. And to their chagrin, it failed. Jane Herrick, Kentucky Bar Counsel, is an evil woman. Evil. She didn't beat me. Thought she could, didn't. I'm tougher than an oak. Ohio Disciplinary Council, same thing. Not as bad as the KBA, though. The Durrani defense attorneys. The local media. The local media covers when I go to jail for contempt, covers when I have a little family incident, covers all those things. Do they cover the Butcher of Pakistan release? No, they don't. Do they cover my governor's race? My background? No. I am the only Northern Kentucky candidate running, and there's never been one expose or interview by the Northern Kentucky Cincinnati Press to say, maybe we should do a story about Eric Deters wanting to be the first Northern Kentucky governor since 1900. No, none of that. They only cover the bad. And what it is everybody jumps on it because it's like, well, if it involves Eric, we're allowed to say anything about him because it's Eric Deters. And you got these lawyers that take these cases against me, like Corey Lewandowski and all these BS baloney cases, and I just fight them. But it's like, oh, anybody can say anything they want about Eric Deters because it's Eric Deters. We're allowed to say anything about him because the whole establishment, the whole corporate establishment, all the media hates me. Why do they hate me? Because I fight them. They don't control me. All the hospitals own the tri-state media, but they don't own me. So they all try to destroy me. You know why they always file motions for sanctions? Well, it's Deters' law. Anybody, you always file a motion for sanctions against Deters' law because Eric Deters, Deters' law. And you'll find the judges, well, God, it's Eric Deters, Deters' law. There's got to be something wrong here. And no other law firm, nobody else has to put up with that crap. But we do, and we just keep on chugging. Why? Because of me. I'm the strength behind it all. Tougher than a pine knot. Speaking out. That ought to mean something to you. I hope it means something to you. I want to spread the word about it. I want everybody to read the introduction and prologue. It would take you 10 minutes. If you read the introduction and prologue of The Butcher Pakistan, Email me at eric@ericdeters.com. I'll send it to you. Text me, 859-250-2527. I'll send it to you. I'm accessible. Answer any questions. And it's working, by the way, folks. One voter at a time. I'm going to lock you in so the other candidates can spend all the money they want on TV and it ain't going to make any difference because you're already going to be for me. Substantively for me. Because you know where I stand and you know I'll fight for you. But they've tried to destroy me. That's why I relate to Trump so much. They've been trying to destroy Trump for 5, 6, 7, 8 years. And it's not worked. And he keeps on going. They do the exact same thing to me. You know, Sherry Potts gave me one of the greatest. She was a Durrani client and one of the clients that we're closest to because there was so much interaction with her. She was one of the leaders. Sherry Potts gave me one of the best compliments. She said, there's no way anybody could read The Butcher of Pakistan and not say, this is a good man. What a compliment. Not a perfect man, sinner, not a saint. And how hysterical is it that the Maddox minions, despite my resume, despite my fighting for those 5,000 healthcare workers for free, fighting for truckers, fighting for those restaurant and bar owners, fighting for the Durrani victims, fighting for my community against the jail. I do all that fighting for all these people. And you know what they say? He's really a Democrat. What? He got his picture taken with Hillary. They leave out, of course, that I did it for my daughter. He gave a check to Hillary. That was when she was running against Barack Obama and lost. I was for McCain and Romney and Trump. These are the things. Well, he voted for Bashir once. Well, I've told that story about how Matthew Bevin personally offended me over and over and over again like everybody else. I had nothing to do with Matt Bevin losing. But see, just think about it. What really counts? What really matters? And this is the political minion process that they do. That's what they do. And I stand up to it. And they hate it all the more. This is the bulldog. Every dog has their day. I have faith and confidence in Kentucky voters, Republicans now, all voters later, that you're going to fall in love with me as a candidate for Kentucky. I have faith in it. If you check out this show, the Bulldog Show, you check out DetersForGovernor.com, you're going to like it. Now, if you're a woke person, you're not going to like it. But if you are a God-fearing, Kentucky-loving, patriotic, Trump-loving American, it ain't even close, me, compared to them. I am against Mitch McConnell. I have been the only candidate that supported Trump from day one. I'm the only candidate who's given money to Trump causes. I'm the only candidate who's defended Trump no matter what. I'm the only candidate who agrees about the you-know-what and to January you-know-what. I'm it. None of these other candidates do. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has their day. Let's have our day.